Sweet Science Sports.
It's the sweet one.
Bella from BG and K Bella Uncut, and today I'm gonna be not cooking, but we're gonna be making homemade butter and sour cream. And so it's so simple, it's so easy, and it's wonderful to have just natural ingredients in your own food. So all you need is heavy whipping cream and salt. And today we're gonna do the sour cream first and then the butter. And BG is my churner, so he'll be up next showing you how to churn the butter.
Churn.
So all we need is heavy whipping cream. We put it in a container like this. And I can't show the names of the heavy whipping cream because they're not sponsoring me and I don't want to owe them anything. This, and then you just let it sit out overnight for 24 hours. And then you like shake it, and then it'll be and then you put it in the refrigerator, and it'll be the consistency that you want for sour cream. Real sour cream, authentic sour cream, is supposed to be like kind of creamy and good, not thick with a whole bunch of fillers. So now we're about to make the butter. And after he shakes the butter, once it loosens and separates from itself, and while you're churning it, the leftover residue of the cream, it becomes buttermilk, and you can make cheese out of buttermilk. So this is what I'm gonna use to pour my heavy whipping cream in. And you just pour out the heavy whipping cream into the jar. I'm just trying to be fancy schmancy because this is my little cooking show. So I'm using my little tea kettle and a mason jar because it measures out. What we're doing is getting 2 cups of the whipping cream, and that will be 2 cups. And then I like to take 3 pinches of salt for good measure. A little baby pinch, because BG don't like a lot of salt. He really can't eat it, and neither should I. Ain't nothing wrong with a little salt though. Alright, so then the second part is put your top on really good. And the second part is going to be up to Mr. BG to turn this into butter. Will he be able to do it?
All right, people, it's shake time. Time to churn up this butter. Got the grip gloves on going on over here. It's gonna take a while. I'm gonna cut it, speed it up, flip it, and bounce it. All right, here we go. And it gets very tiring. That's why I got the grip gloves on. Switch hand grip gloves.
Watch your elbow. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes of churning in order to churn it. And I like to churn towards the end. Why, BG?
Because it gets easier. Because at the end, it's almost butter. Now you get to a process where it gets really, really hard, but you still got to shake it, and it gets real intense. But eventually, the buttermilk will separate from the butter.
Keep on shaking. It's almost there. You just shake like the Dickens. You just keep shaking.
All right, folks, this is the hard part. Now you see it's totally full up and it's really thick. So the next step is for this to separate. As you can tell, I'm winded. We've been doing this for a little while, but I'm get on to shaking it, and once it starts to separate, I'll be right back with you, buddy. All right, folks, you see that little spot right there? That means it's starting to form into butter, and it's at the beginning of its separation. All right. All right, folks, now join us on the final separation. All right, finally. As you can tell, I'm winded. This is how it looks so far. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're starting to separate. It's not hard no more like that. All right. I don't know if y'all can see that yet. It's a happy occasion. See that? That's buttermilk in there. And right inside of it is the butter. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit more. And then K-Bella is gonna separate it for you. Is that done?
Yeah. It's juicy, it's done.
All right.
Thank you, baby.
Workout.
It is a workout.
Don't laugh at me, my skinny arms. I used to be almost 200 pounds. But I decided to eat clean. I lost all that weight, buddy.
So now I'm gonna separate the buttermilk and you just pour it out. I pour it in a jar sometimes, but I don't have my jar ready. So you just pour out the buttermilk. This is all the buttermilk. And you sometimes you supposedly use a cheesecloth so your butter won't fall in there. But you pour out all your buttermilk. And you should get about a cup. And then all the rest is gonna be butter. And the reason why you get a cheesecloth, because it is still gonna be kind of like juicy, the butter. And what that does is just separates it so that it won't make your butter all juicy. So all I'm gonna do is we like to freeze half of it because this is authentic real, so it'll go bad. So we'll freeze half of it. And this is the butter. You can see the nice pretty yellow color. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it is. And that's just the buttermilk dripping off in there. And I'll put this in one container and put it in another one. Butter. Homemade, fresh. From your grandpa's dairy. Yeah. This is K-Bella, and this is Uncut with BG and K-Bella, and we showed you how to make some butter and sour cream. And use 1 cup of the heavy whipping cream for the sour cream and let it sit out for 24 hours.
And buttermilk.
And then you have the buttermilk. You can make cheese, or you can use this for cooking, for biscuits and pancakes, anything you like. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you learned something.
Cool.
Shalom.